Hello everybody, so today we are going to be doing a painting video. We're going to be doing this wall and some beams over this way that you can't see yet, but you will get to those. It'll be a quick little time-lapse video, probably about 10-15 minutes long, I'm hoping. Yeah, you'll get to hear some talking over top about what my next projects will be and some stuff like that. So let's get started. With Thanksgiving right around the corner, I wanted to take this video to talk about taking a step back, reflecting on your mental health, and how to maintain your mental health during holiday seasons. Thanksgiving can be a mess of emotions, gratitude, stress, and that's okay. It's important to take time for yourself during the holiday season and help yourself. It's also extremely important to take the time to slow down during this time. Throughout this video, I'm going to talk about different tips I use during the holiday season. Just going over certain things that I do before, during, and after the holiday season. But for now, I hope you enjoy some of this painting, and yeah. I hope you're enjoying so far, and now I want to talk about some of the things I do before a holiday, such as Thanksgiving, but in this case it is Thanksgiving. So the thing that I first start out with doing is setting realistic expectations. For that, it's very important because if you really go in thinking you're going to have an amazing time and everything's going to be perfect, you really set yourself up for failure, because then you're disappointed and you don't feel happy with how things went, no matter all the good things that could have happened. You just won't be so satisfied if you have all these higher expectations than what could actually happen. So set realistic expectations, just small things, just wanting to get to know people, wanting to, learn more about what's going on in your family's lives, things like that, getting to know friends, family, whatever it is that you're doing this holiday season. But setting realistic expectations is definitely very important. Also, something else that's very important is scheduling downtime. Especially for me, I think it's really important to have time for myself on the side as well. Just because if I don't have time to myself, I get overwhelmed and I just end up freaking out and having panic attacks or anxiety attacks, and I don't end up being my most positive, happy self, and my family can end up getting worried for me. So I do find it's very important for me to have a space to myself, or somewhere I can go to myself, whether it's a bathroom or just another room, and I can take 10 minutes to myself whenever I need to during a family event. Something else that's kind of important before is to bring things that comfort you, whether that's a playlist for the ride there, or, music you can listen to while you're there. For some people, it works out like that for certain situations. But just bring something that'll bring you comfort, something that you can, go to and use while you're panicking, or if anything ever flares up during these moments, it's just good to have a comfort there for you, whether it's a drink, a music, or anything like that of the sort. I also wanted to delve into more specifically, because for me, the reason I've been talking about mental health so much is because I actually have bipolar disorder. So I have bipolar disorder 2, which is a little bit different than 1, but for me, specifically things that I would do as well for my bipolar disorder is protecting my routine, because routine is very important for people with bipolar disorder. It keeps me feeling more mentally sane. It keeps me on track. It makes me feel good. It makes me stay in a more even state rather than being in that manic and depressive so often. It helps me be more even. So protecting my routine and planning accordingly is very important. It's also very important to make sure you take your meds and to also schedule meals. So it's very important to not forget to take meals, because sometimes that can also make you feel sick and affect your mood, and you don't even realize it a lot of the time with bipolar disorder. Also, don't overcommit. It's very easy to say yes to all these different things, especially with bipolar disorder, but it's very important during the holiday season to not overcommit and pick and choose what you have to do, or make bigger gatherings to include the people that you really want to see this year. And also make sure you check your headspace beforehand. Make sure that you adjust accordingly to how you're feeling and go based off of that. And if you did overcommit or even undercommit, you can always change that if that makes you feel worse because you don't have, the amount of people that you expected. If you want to invite some more people, you can, or the opposite, if you need to cancel on people, you are absolutely able to, and the people in your life should understand that. So yeah, definitely don't forget that you can always find some reset activities and to try to relax during the holiday season, and just, it's for you and to enjoy, and it's not anything else, and nobody can take that away from you. All right, so that's the first coat done. And yeah, so that took me roughly 2 hours, not too bad there, with some breaks and cuts in between. So it is looking a little streaky right now. I'm not sure if you can see that on camera, but I am going to do a second coat. If it doesn't look too different on camera, I will do it like double the speed before, so it will go quicker if that is the case. And yeah, we'll cut to that in shortly because I'm about to take a little break to let it dry, but I'll cut back to when I'm painting again. Alright, so that's the end of the painting there. I did do a second coat on that wall. I did end up doing a second coat on these beams just because I think with the paintbrush and then the rolling over top, it pretty much did all the coating there. I also think the paint kind of dried since I used it on another wall previously a few days ago, and I think over time the paint dried a little bit and made it a bit more opaque. So yeah, so this wall's now looking pretty good. I'm going to pull off the tape there, and then I'm going to do a little montage of decorating this room. I'm going to cut to tomorrow though, where yeah, we're going to decorate and see where that takes us, and yeah, you'll get to see the whole room in a second. So hey guys, so this is the next day. I took off all the tape on the walls. The coats look good, so I'm going to start decorating here, and you're going to see a time lapse of that, so let's cut to that. So I wanted to hop in again to talk quickly about during the holiday season what I do when we're actually at the events. So what I like to do is definitely take breaks, as I said, so make sure that I have a space to myself, whether it's a bathroom or somewhere like that I can take breaks in. I also want to pay attention to what I'm eating and drinking, and I also really want to focus on gratitude and definitely not comparing yourself to your cousins or family or friends, and it's very important to not be in that comparison mindset. It's also very important with bipolar to be mindful of substances, because substance abuse is very common with bipolar. Watch for overstimulation. Try to practice grounding exercises when you're there as well. It's very important to be grounded. And yeah, just focus on taking care of yourself, and your mood is kind of what you would be doing during the family event to make sure that you're maintaining your mental health throughout. as we were finishing this room up for the holidays, I wanted to finish up on what you would do after you're done with the holidays for your mental health. And what I would recommend doing is reflecting on what went well, and then getting some good sleep afterwards, and making sure you're hydrating and doing your self-care routine for the night, which is very similar to what you would do with bipolar, except for you would add a little bit of extra stuff, which is possibly giving yourself a full day to decompress, and then also tracking your mood for the coming days, because one event can definitely have a ripple effect on the next upcoming days. And then focus on self-kindness and recentering yourself for the coming holiday seasons. Because as this one's coming up, you realize quickly that a lot more are coming. But I also wanted to give one final reminder for anyone feeling overwhelmed or anxious that it's okay to take breaks, and Thanksgiving doesn't need to be perfect, and to enjoy the little things when you can. Alright guys, so that was the video there. I don't have too much stuff, as you can see, just because I just moved, and this is all from my old place. Hopefully I can acquire some more stuff there and maybe do some more intense videos. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any ideas, please comment them and let me know, and I will do them. I'm hoping to do some rock climbing videos, but you will see a coloring video at the end of this week as well. So stay tuned for that, and yeah, have a nice day.